Hello, everybody, and welcome back to One More Day. First off, terribly sorry that we missed last week. I wish I could say that it won't happen again, but each time I do say that, it ends up happening. Life's just really crazy right now. We are trying our best to get an episode out each week, so we appreciate you guys sticking with us. I'm going solo at it again this week. Addie was going to help me out, but she actually just passed out getting the kids to bed, and she's been working herself to the bone the past couple weeks, so I'm not gonna wake her up. Also, sorry, I breathe deeply. I've noticed that while editing these, but I gotta breathe. So today we're going to do something a little different. I am currently in a financial literacy class, and I despise it because I recently got reminded how bad I am at math, and I don't get it. Which it doesn't make sense that I don't get it because it's all rational. There's rules for everything, but it just does not compute in my brain. However, I have a practice test that I wanted to see. I've taken it once, and I did okay. But I want to try taking it again, and I want to try putting it into ChatGPT, which, for those of you that don't know, it's an open source AI that is really, really good. From my understanding, it is the most advanced AI currently. So I wanted to see if I can be smarter than this AI. And that's what we're going to try out here. So let's try this practice quiz, and let's see what we can do. The first question is, if you buy a car or home and have to put 20% down, you can find the amount of the loan to enter as the PV by using which of the following equations? So, okay, so it looks like I accidentally ended the recording as I was trying to type into ChatGPT. So for the first one, what it came out to was the cost plus 20%. The second one was Joan wants to know how much she would have in an account at the end of 5 years if she deposited $1,000 today and there was 4% interest rate. And what kind of TVM problem is she solving? It said FB of a lump sum. Now let's see. The relationship between APR and APY is... So what we would type in here is, what is the relationship APR and APV? Is that what it said? APY. Oh goodness. It's giving me a whole story. In summary, APR and APY are related, and the APY accounts for the effects of compounding, whereas APR does not. The relationship between the two depends on the frequency of compounding. Let's see. Oh, that may have woken up. I was just gonna let you sleep. Let's see. And APR. Which of the following provides the greatest annual interest? I would assume it'd be the 14.2% compounded daily. Because every day it's compounding. Yeah. I didn't. Sorry, I should have used the AI for that. But I didn't. You invested in a 7-year 9% savings certificate for $1,000. If If interest is compounded annually, what will be the value of your investment when the certificate matures? Okay, let's see. So let's put that in here. Put that in here. I invested in a 7-year 9% savings certificate for $1,000. If I can spell. I'm gonna go sleeping.
The kids out there, I heard them talking and thought it was Cyrus crying. And
they're out there playing with their grandpa. Yeah. And the interest is compounded annually. How much will I have at the certificate's maturity? Let's see what it says. It says $1,567.91. That is not an answer. That's on here. But it tried. Maybe I didn't type it in very good as well. That's
maturity
possible.
Of a 7-year 9% savings certificate with annual. Did you put $1,000 in there?
I just put my answer in that I had put in. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. Okay, what is the present value of $12,500 to be received 10 years from today if the interest rate is 8%, compound is annual? You round to the nearest $10. Okay, so we would write, what is the present value? 12,500 to be received 10 years from today. Oh, if I can spell. The interest rate is 8%. And compound annually. I can't spell. I'm at the edge of my seat. So it says 6,861. 72 cents. We're going to round to the nearest $10. And that answer's also not on there. Thus far, I'm beating the AI. Okay, given some amount to be received several years in the future, if the interest rate increases. Oh, I hate these. The present value of the future amount will A, be unable to tell, B, lower, C, be variable, or D, be higher. All right, take us with. I didn't know how to put that into the AI. How much money must you pay into an account at the end of each of 5 years in order to have $5,000 at the end of the 5th year? If the account pays 12 year round, and you round to the nearest $10. Did I round on this other one? Okay. Let's see, how are we gonna word this? I guess I could just write it exactly. How much money must you pay into an account I can spell the and at the end of each of, I want to make sure I was reading that right. 5 years more to have $5,000. Eddie, you can just go to bed. And you're falling asleep here. I guess I should say dollars. The 5th year, if the account pays 12% per year. So we'd have to pay $7.90 according to the AI. Okay, what is the present value of an annuity of $160 received at the end of each year for 6 years if the interest rate is 7%? The first payment will be received 1 year from today, and you round to the nearest tenth. Sorry, this might be a boring episode. I thought it would be more exciting, but with financial literacy, I think I may have overestimated that. Annuity. $160. The end of each year for 6 years. The interest. Goodness, sorry. I'm struggling with spelling. Rate is 7%. First payment be received 1 year from today. And Simon says, survey says, that's what it is. Survey says. $835.48, so it would be $840. All right. Last question. You have a mortgage for $120,000. The interest rate is 7.5% with monthly payments for 30 years. What is your monthly payment? It's kind of fun giving it a math test. Oh, for $120,000. interest rate is... Oh, I hate math so much. I'm ready to be done with this class. I took it because I was like, oh, maybe this will help me like be better with my finances. No, if anything, I've learned that I'm pretty much just screwed and that I'm still really bad at math. Kind of regret taking it, but too late now. Okay, survey says. I thought I broke it for a second. So it actually explains it as it comes through with the answer, and is actually explaining it better than my class did. Still hate it. So a monthly rate would be $839.18. So look, we could afford that.
Not with taxes, power, water, garbage.
Oh,
Sewer, trash.
Well, the AI filled that 50%. Well, now we know that I am a genius. So sorry that was pretty boring, but I hope you guys have a better day and don't ever take financial literacy.